Hey there, Gemini group 2. Ready for your love forecast from your love doctor here, Melissa Joy. We are taking a peek because I tell you, as I completed Gemini, the first one, I went and took a break to get a bite to eat. I've been working for a few hours and sitting there, I recognized they said there's another group. Another group. Okay. So they told me to leave the moon card sitting here. It says you're very close to achieving your goal and expect powerful change. Now, this is in regards to love. And it's interesting because we have the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands coming out with the 3 leading the troop far above and beyond the others. And it says you're ready to roll, you're ready to rumble. You set your sight on this star, on this connection, on this revelation. You're ready to revolutionize, which is interesting to bring the lover in. And it's interesting because things have been hard for so long, this chaos of trying to bring things together that seemingly ideal in the eyes of others and all working, but there's something else going on here. It's showing this underneath of like this old cityscape, kind of like things having taken a turn for a period of time. And you're wanting to move forward. You're ready to step and dance with the divine. You're ready to make your wish come true, which is the 4 of Wands coming on in here. You're ready to be at peace with your mind and see the winds of change. Now, these birds come in as a group, and the starlings show that the change of the weather, a change in the forecast is happening. So after that time was set aside, there are Geminis who are saying that maybe watch part 1, that end up watching part 2 and say, I'm ready for the change. Okay, I hear what you say about the mind, the ear. I'm ready for the change, and I'm ready for it now. And it's interesting because it started to instantly pave you this pathway into moving forward, choosing love. That's interesting because it's like the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups coming together. And you're like, I choose the Ace. I see it. I see it through the clouds, through the maybe some of the turning away that you had experienced before. Maybe it had been that you were the one experiencing it and that being done to you, okay? But you're like, I'm ready to revolutionize this. I'm ready to paint a new picture, to go into this creative lifestyle instead of just having it have one note, one flat note. Interesting. So it's funny that you had these cards out beforehand, but we're going to go on ahead and get into this. It's interesting. There's a lot of beauty, a lot of revolution, again, on the mind, changing the way you see yourself, stepping into this new and divine and being loved for your heart, not just for your beauty, not just for your presence and what you bring along with yourself, meaning your gifts and that type of thing. Like people are going, oh yeah, you know, this gem, they got something other people don't have, and loving you for those reasons. This is you going, I got my own, the prize. Being loved for the fullness of who I am and being ready to love someone for the fullness of who they are. That takes full divinity, being able to get into the unconditional beyond the conditions, the light beyond the dark. And I like it. 3 of Cups is coming on in. Doing away with those shadows of potential and getting into what is true and what is real. All right, well, that's a great balancing card between these old energies that were going on. These things that just kept toying with you and looking at the conditions that you were in and being conditional that, you know, when you get better, when things get better, that's when you're worthy. But the truth is like this. Is that a sugar glider? Whatever it is. When the lights came on, the light of your truth, the knowing who you are and what it is you desire, and you start to be honest with yourself, all of this shifts and change. So it's almost like it's no more pretend. No more pretending. Okay. So you threw out a chunk. I'll look at them and then we'll see if we're keeping all these or if I'm just getting a general message. We've got the Emperor, the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the Princess of Cups, the King of Cups, and the 7 of Discs. So you have a lot to talk about, but I can tell you that let's go ahead and take out the maniacal mind because of what you've already said here. The fact that you show up, you're ready to do away with this because see, they're both 5 of Wands. The noise in the mindsets, I'm going to just plop them right up there. And then that also moves this on out, these inner workings. So let's get into this. Let's see what is happening here. I'm going to move these off to the side as we go into this conversation of the Emperor and the 6 of Cups. We have the Victory and we have the Princess of Cups. Scoochie for me, please. Then we have, oh, 10 of Cups, King of Cups. And this is like that the turning over in the mind and deciding. It's like there's this epiphany, this aha going on up here, a new day dawning. And it's like, what am I doing here? And that's kind of what it was. Maybe you listened to the whole first video and you're like, I'm not entertaining that. If that's not who I really am and how I think and feel, I'm going to move on this. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on that energy. And I'm going to step into this whole new world. Look at this divine world that you're shaping by your decisions. By deciding this one thing, you have changed the full spectrum of your universe, of your future, of your heart. So you might have really picked up on the dragonfly energy that was coming through the Gemini reading. But look at this. You made your choice. You're not going to be considered the old ball and chain, being tied and attached to relationships where someone's always harassing your mind and thinking for you and throwing out their fears, their scares your way and creating drama and conundrums in the relationship. You're like, that doesn't fly with this royalty, with this emperor, with like the word was king, remember? Well, you've gone beyond the king now. You're going into the emperor, not just taking whatever comes your way, but making these pivotal decisions and choices like this that bring in the whole big win. They clean house. Like if you're at whatever betting game that is and you clean the house, you take it all. Maybe it's poker or something else. And all of a sudden they're here. And this is like the chorus behind you singing like la da 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 da. Kind of like a calliope sound of bringing in. We're in the money. We're in the love. We're in the money. We're choosing to go forward. We're choosing to awaken our potential. And that's the unique thing. You're exchanging your old actions, your old tolerances, your old compromises, ways and days. They're moving on out. And what has been your potential up till now, you're moving over into your actual. You're choosing to walk forward into your dreams. You're choosing that land. And that's why you went up above the king and became the emperor, which is unique because the emperor brought in this mystery, this divine mystery of this relationship, of this meeting here. For many of you, it might have been a childhood dream. It might have been somebody that you grew up with in childhood, or someone coming in that's very similar to a person that you were close to, or someone who's easy to get along with, almost like in the sense of a sibling, meaning, hey, we're in this together. Let's choose to navigate this and work this out. There are ways to celebrate our differences, like how to share the shower time or anything else like that. You know, even the mundane things, right? And it begins to build and exalt this, okay? It is self-supporting. The emperor's hand lit up on that. It's like, what? Give me a peep into this self-supporting. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. What is trying to stick behind King of Swords and the Three of Cups? Good. Doing away with other people's energies. So we're just going to leave that right there. And that begins to get into the Three of Pentacles, choosing to build. Choosing to build a relationship with this person and not just other things coming in the way. And that doesn't mean getting rid of the parts of your life. It's talking about other people's opinions. You know, remember the relationship that stands on its own 2 feet. It doesn't sit here and hang on you and believe that your life is their life. Okay. It's one that respects each person. Princess of Cups is cheering on that. She's like, cheers on this. It's so funny. She's standing up like this energy. It's the 4th vote. It's you. And that's how the Emperor comes on in. That's how it comes on in. And then it brings with it this energy, this divine delight, this common agreement is what you're talking about. So that'd be some community, some friendship, some fellowship, someone who's very agreeable. And that doesn't mean just in the sense that they get along with you. Their heart is so set into moving forward into discovering this, as opposed to limiting it, digging heels in, standing ground, that type of thing. They're a little bit more amenable and flexible is what I have to say. They're more flexible. They more flexible. Ooh, Queen of Swords is coming on in. I love it in the split because she's saying this is the whole reason we are here and we've revisited this. This is hummingbird power. Now, there are hummingbirds that are shaped specifically for their divine purpose. Their flower was shaped for them and they were shaped for their flower. So there is no competition. There's nothing else going on. That's why there isn't this maniacal mind coming at you when you're standing in truth and honor right here and accusing you. See those spy eyes all up in there? Suspicion, jealousy, maybe agitation with who you are, that type of thing. You're like, that can go somewhere else. Look at that. That can chew up somebody else's bubblegum, because that is not for me. I'm here to come and awaken from the hibernation and to step forward into the glory of my mind, who I know I am and what I know I'm worth. And I'm not here to control another person or to have to manage their mind for them. And you're like, boing, the sun begins to rise. Then the eternal sunrise you're talking about is coming from your heart. Your heart is being lit up by the choices that you are making. Just by this decision alone has already shifted so much of the energy around you. I'm really excited for you, Gemini group 2, or maybe this is Gemini part 2. Like after you go through the first, you're like, oh, I see what I got to do. And I'm just going to choose. I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose to get rid of all that noise around me and stand in the light of my truth. Go for my heart. Go for my goal. Go for the star that you are. Like fairy tales, right? Okay, so if you enjoyed this, like, share, and subscribe, or consider it at least, please. You could also leave comments or compliments down below. It helps us rise to the top. Also, check out any of the other reads, as we are the whole zodiac. Trust your soul, trust your spirit, and lead and guide yourself into your truth, into your bliss, right, friend? You can stop back by anytime and let me know that you were here. I love you. Bye.